Hello, hello. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast, episode 232. Talking about, is Amazon buying Lyft? Please, God, please buy them. And Uber offering free rides for teens that failed their driving tests. Like, what are we doing? Well, I mean, I guess that's nice, but we'll talk about that later. How's it going, Larry?
It's going well. It's doing real well, but haven't done a whole lot of gig work this week, but everything else is going pretty well. But yeah, I guess you flunk your driver's test, a little consolation prize there, get some free rides.
Right. I just realized that you said no driving. I'm like, I really don't have any stories either, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Go to gigeconomyshow.com for everything gig economy podcast related. That way you can see all the episodes and sign up for the newsletter and all that good stuff. I want to thank our Patreon members, Samson, Bud, Steve, Omar, Delivery Cats, Frank, Jamie, Tom, Jim, Miguel, Linda, and Jerry. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. If you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/the Gig Econ Podcast. There you can sign up for a $5 tier, $10 tier. Obviously, the 10 gets you a lot more, especially ad-free episodes, which is amazing. And then you get a t-shirt, which I'm working on one for Jerry right now, because after 3 months, you get a free t-shirt made by Jason. So if you want to check it out, go to patreon.com/the Gig Econ Podcast. And then obviously right now they're doing a 7-day free trial. So you can go in there and listen to all the shit. I don't think we did I'll be honest with you folks, I don't think we did a Patreon bonus in December. Did we, Larry?
I don't remember because we took a couple weeks off there. So yeah, I think it kind of slid by us.
Yep. Well, we'll definitely do one this month. So you get an extra podcast. But anyway, 7-day free trial, download everything you want, and then cancel if you don't like it. Larry, talk about the Telegram group.
Yeah, the Telegram group, it's just a way we communicate back and forth. It's like a text program, but along with text, you can also do voice messages. So if you're out driving, whether you're doing passengers or you're doing food delivery or whatever, instead of trying to text while you're driving, which is dangerous and we don't condone, you can do voice messages, and you can talk with other gig workers all over the country, all over the world. You can swap stories and find out what new gigs are coming down the pipe, what gigs are hot, what gigs you need to get rid of, and just bitch about your day or just talk about life in general.
For sure. I love the Telegram group. It's
awesome.
Definitely good to rant on at times. Hi, Traveler, Bubba Sue, Janet, and Josh. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Hope this time works a little better for everybody. It works better for us. Last thing, spammy wise, if you could go to TikTok.com, search the Gig Economy Podcast, trying to grow that there, get a couple of followers every week, posting quite a bit of content on there. So if you could give that a like, a share, a follow, whatever, we'd really appreciate that. We're trying to grow that. I know it's supposedly going to get banned on Sunday, but you know what? Hopefully not.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to, I know there's some congressmen that are trying to extend it for like 270 days or something like that.
Yeah.
I've also seen Mr. Beast is talking about buying it, possibly. Elon, has been thrown out there to buying it. But what cracks me up is I've been reading the stories. I don't know if you've seen these, but all these people who are on TikTok are just in case it does get banned, they're flooding to this other app that's just another Chinese owned app.
I saw it on TikTok. Some guy like that worked in cyber security and go, absolutely do not download this app.
Yeah.
Do not download this app. This is not a TikTok dupe. It is. You have to follow the rules. They have all he just said, don't do it, especially if you're in the government.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know China has, one of the articles I was reading was talking about, they do have a lot of rules about posting certain things that, you'd be fine to post here where, we have at least a modicum of freedom of speech here. They have a lot of things over there that it's a no-no.
Wouldn't it be a bitch? Wouldn't it be a bitch after all this TikTok? Somehow we get the country gets attacked, and it all was because of the data they scraped from TikTok. Wouldn't that be a bitch? We'd be like, well, it was a good run.
You know what I mean? We had a couple of 100 good years there.
Yep. Sounds good. TikTok was fun too. I guess if we're going out like that. But anyways, go follow us on TikTok. I believe it's going to be fine. I know I saw people pushing Mark Cuban to buy it, which I love Mark Cuban so much. And he said something about Blue Sky. Like he didn't want to buy TikTok, but he wanted someone to build a platform on the same style of platform that Blue Sky is on.
Yeah.
Because then it's not really owned by a company. I don't know. It was some tech, he's a tech wizard,
Yeah. We saw him in person. Yeah.
That's right. We did.
I almost ran over him in the hall. Remember we came around the corner there and him and his posse were there and I almost ran right into him.
That's right. I forgot about that. We were mad at him though. Remember
we
that?
were not happy. We were not happy that day.
So Larry and I went to a podcast conference and we saw that Mark Cuban was the keynote speaker and oh my God, how fortunate that we get to hear him.
What pearls of wisdom are we going to hear?
And it was a goddamn ad for this app that I don't even know if it's still available.
What was the name of it? Even?
It was Fire something. Fire Chat. It was some sort of podcasting app or something, but
I'm gonna have to look it up.
But it was mostly his CEO of that company talking, and Mark chimed in. We were so bummed. I'm like, I love this guy in Shark Tank. I love that he bought the Dallas Mavericks. I love how he runs his business, all this stuff, and yeah, it really pissed us off.
Yeah, we just we didn't even stay for the whole talk.
No, we got up. I'm like, this is a freaking ad. I'm not.
Yeah, we were not the only one.
No.
Yeah.
You find it?
I've not.
Just search Mark Cuban podcasting company. Because he was an investor in it.
Yeah.
I'm drinking coffee all tonight. It's 7:00. This is a bad idea, but I got a whopping headache, and I don't think I've had enough caffeine today.
Gotta catch up, man.
I know. All right. Moving on as Larry looks that up, stories from the road. Yeah, I don't really have any stories. I've not done Amazon ever since I got my new car when the roads are shitty. I'm just like, I don't want to fuck with dirt roads and potholes and sliding off in a ditch. So I've been doing Walmart. Did work just Sunday morning, and I'm not making a shit ton of money, but it's relatively consistent for me. One thing I am worried about, I really got to think about this, is I'm not getting the miles I get on Amazon as the write-off. So that's the problem. So if I go make $150, I might only drive 40 miles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you make $150 on Amazon, you're doing 150 miles. Sometimes.
Exactly. Getting all those write-offs.
Those write-offs, which I think it went up 2 cents. I think it up to 70 cents this year.
Yeah, okay.
Because it was 67.5. So maybe it went up 2.5 cents.
Yeah. Okay. The name of it was Fireside.
Fireside. I was close.
Yeah,
I said
you
Fire
were.
Chat.
Yeah, I remember it was Fire something.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
What was it? A podcasting hosting company?
No, remember you logged in and it had all these just different topic rooms and you would go in and you could talk live.
Oh, it was kind of a spin off the Twitter thing. Remember?
Yeah, but the Twitter had a similar thing, but yeah, you would just people would host different talks about things. You could talk about anything, but it was a voice app that you would actually talk back and forth, not texting.
Right.
Different, all sorts of different rooms people would create it, but they would have special ones. Companies would have some, and they would have some on specific topics and things like that. But yeah, and it's never really caught on.
Yeah, I think Twitter had an app, or there was another one.
Did. Yeah, there was another one.
And I did join it, but it just was kind of weird.
Yeah, it didn't flow right. It
didn't flow. And I think if you were in there just giving a little TED talk without a lot of feedback, I think that's great. But having a conversation where you can't see each other's faces, it's like a shitty phone call.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, because we tried it. I mean, we're going to at least try it. And both of them, the Twitter one and the Fireside. And after a while, you're like, nah, this just isn't going anywhere.
Well, and then even it's not even like a podcast because it's live, so you can't pause it and be like, run into the store and then come back out and unpause it. It was just dumb.
Yeah.
Good try, but not so much.
Yeah. Not everyone's going to be a home run, even for Mark Cuban.
No, I bet he'll be the first to tell you he had 100 failures before he had a great one.
Sure.
So, All right. So we had, like I said, didn't do much gig work. Nothing new with Hop Skip Drive. So I was talking. Who was it? Faith talking
Faith,
about. Hey, there's a lot of holidays, so we have a half day. And it's so dumb. It's like, just take the whole fucking day off.
which day you have a half day?
Monday.
Oh,
It's Martin Luther King Day.
the school has a half day.
Yeah. Most
Why?
districts take the whole day off.
Yeah, we get all our. I mean, we're off.
Yeah, half day, and then the teachers have a development in the afternoon.
Oh, I'm sure they love that.
Yeah, they do. So, yeah, I don't know why, but hey, breaking news. On Monday, it's going to be 5 degrees regular air temp with a wind chill of -13. I don't think we're going to have school. I think -10 is where they call it.
Yeah, that's pretty chilly for them kids to be waiting for the bus.
It's the feel like temp, not
Yeah.
the
Right,
not the
that.
actual air temp. So I don't
Yeah.
think we're going to have school anyways. But anyways, back to what I was saying, Hop Skip Drive, I go to click on Monday, literally no one's in session. So this is like there was no rides available because no one has school except Granville apparently. But you apparently this is only a school app, which again, how are they not running this in the summer? Like I'm really curious. And I've emailed their support and they've been kind of shitty, like not able to answer my questions. Not specifically this one, but other things. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna try to email them, but I don't know. I'm not too sad about it because the rates weren't as good as I would I mean, the surge rates were really good.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
But your base rate wasn't any, I mean, maybe 20 or 30% more than Uber, maybe.
Yeah. And if it's only during school hours, you're not going to be able to do them anyway.
I know, like I said, I had to lie on the application because they asked for my availability and I showed them before they'd even send me like to move forward. And they're like, yeah, we're not going to use you. I'm like, well, I got to get into the app. So I said, I'm available from 8 a.m. to
Technically.
I just wish more parents would use it as like I was hoping it was like Jimmy gets out at 6:30 from baseball practice and he needs a ride. Like they need to use it for that.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't.
Especially in these higher end richer neighborhoods where you know a lot of the the parents are both working, they don't have time. Like the school stuff, it's like, well, there's busing, and I know in Grand Rapids that can be an issue, and we talked about it before, the busing issue, but like I don't know, I just don't see it being worth it for just doing little school runs. But I digress. Gig economy in the news, like I said, there has been, and this is a little bit old, so we're catching up to the news, but stuff we want to talk about. A lot of TikTok videos tonight. Sorry for you audio listeners. They will all be in the show notes. I swear they'll be in there. But Lyft, an attractive acquisition target for Amazon's robotaxi ambitions. So first of all, I didn't know Amazon had robotaxi ambitions. Did you?
It doesn't surprise me. I think I've read an article or two about that in the past.
So it said existing ride-hailing service are in a period of disruption. Uber is one of those companies, and to give the company credit, has been preparing for future full of autonomous cabs. Lyft is in a far sorrier state though, which makes it ripe for acquisition. And I think Amazon will buy it. Now, this is all like from a stock website, or it's MSN, but it's about, the
financials,
the financial end of it. Lyft's ride-hailing network of 24 million active riders would be key to help Amazon commercialize its own autonomous driving ambition. Yeah, they want the data and the people. In a Lyft, I don't know what Zook's partnership, which Amazon acquired 2020. So this must be the autonomous thing they were talking about. Would be an immediate and credible threat to Waymo, as well increase the potential for Amazon to expand Zook to a food delivery service. So, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really help us, right? We've always said that we want two companies. And if Amazon buys them and says, oh, by the way, we're done with rideshare until we have the autonomous vehicles. I mean, that would be dumb for them to do that because like they got to keep the people up. But like, I don't want to lose them as a competitor for Uber.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if they did that, I mean, what would be the reason in really necessarily buying them if they're just going to, but It does happen. Sometimes companies will buy another company just to shut them down.
But after I said that, that would be stupid though, because they want the people.
Right. That's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying too. I don't think that they would shut them down,
I
because that's the reason they're buying them or would buy them.
yeah, yeah. Oh, careful, careful.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yep.
Get
Slip of
clipped.
the tongue there.
Yep.
Slip of the tongue.
So I know we've talked about this before, but do you think it's Uber's? Let's just go back to Uber. Do you think it's Uber's goal to have a fleet of autonomous vehicles, or go back to we're going to want John Smith to buy this, and so that we don't take care of the maintenance and all that stuff?
I would think that they want drivers to own the vehicles.
Yeah, just like it is now, right? But
Right, because Uber, I don't think they want to own, 100,000 car or however many cars it would take them, and all the maintenance that goes with them, and the insurance and all that stuff that goes. Because otherwise, I mean, while they're just like a big, Hertz or a rental car company or something.
So I remember we talked about Waymo in San Francisco.
Mhm.
They were doing, was that like 100,000 rides a week? Was that something like that? Because I want to know how many cars are doing that. Like, you know what I mean? So do they need a lot less cars if they're doing it autonomous than what, we do with people in it? Are we just oversaturated and that's why no one's making any money, or what?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I can't imagine Waymo's got 10,000 cars driving around San Francisco. I mean, like,
especially those expensive ones with all the tech on them.
And you got to remember these Waymo cars, they can run, I mean, other than the charging, they can pretty much run 24 hours.
Yeah, I don't know how long it takes to charge them. But besides that, yeah, I mean, they can just run them as long as there's business for them. Yeah, they can just run them around the clock. So you can put a lot of miles on them pretty quick if you're running something 24/7.
Yeah, that's why I was just curious how many cars they have actually doing that quantity of rides. Because if it's 100,000 a week, like, that's a shit ton of rides.
Yeah,
I mean, that's so much. And if it's in a more tight knit area, they might be doing a half-mile rides. You can flip a lot of half-mile rides in 24 hours.
Yes, you can.
So, well, we shall see. Like I said, just a rumor right now, which I feel like surfaces every couple of months, but I haven't seen it surface because of the Amazon's robo-taxi.
Right, it's a little twist on it. We've heard Amazon buying Lyft for 5 years at least.
Since they launched,
pretty much. But
especially after COVID.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. We heard it quite a bit after that, but yeah.
All right, moving forward. I just thought this was interesting. It is. Go ahead, Larry. Sorry.
Yeah. So this is a post. It looks like an email coming out to somebody who's either. It looks like maybe a shopper.
Yeah, it's Instacart.
So it says, "Hi, shopper. We're reaching out about a new Seattle law that's impacting app-based workers, including shoppers, that goes into effect on January 1st of 2025. This law provides shoppers with certain protections against unwarranted deactivations. These protections include establishing reasonable basis for deactivations, as well as providing notice, human review, and records substantiating evidence to deactivated shoppers." And this being a reader, I noticed on here that they use they spelled basis wrong. They use different. It should be BASIS. They use BASCS. A reasonable basis.
In the email?
Yes.
Oh no!
Look, it says these protections include establishing reasonable basis.
Should be no. I didn't even. I'm dumb when it comes to grammar. Because your brain reads it as the right word. So about it.
Yeah. I tend to pick up stuff like that, but yeah, I mean, this is one of the things we've talked about. We do not want to be employees, but it would be good to have some protections, such as having a reasonable reason in order to be deactivated, not just because they felt like it, or being able to file for a review. Take a look at this and investigate why you
human
deactivated
review.
me, whether there's any real basis for this.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I did notice the top of the title too. It says they apparently Seattle gets $26 per active hour plus mileage plus tips. Jesus, Jenny. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know,
that's definitely not bad at all. Of course,
I mean,
that's when you're I guess when you're active, when you're actually
yeah, but
living.
plus mileage plus tips. What does that
Right.
mean? Like, are you talking about the write off, or are you talking about like they're paying you for mileage plus the 26 an hour? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they'd be paying him. I mean, it's Instacart, right?
Well, yeah, but this is a new law. This
Yeah.
is not just Instacart wouldn't do it on their own free will. I tried to look at some of the comments, but it was mostly about the deactivation. Didn't really talk about the $26. But
Yeah, that'd be interesting to. Might have to investigate that a little bit.
yeah, because me, I mean, I mean, so I'm doing it for not extra income. It's still part of my budget, but
Yeah.
I mean, I deliver if it was $26 an hour and I could do the 4 or 5 hours just straight, just driving deliveries, and I got paid that, I'd do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair enough for me. But I don't live in, Seattle where it's super expensive.
Right. Yeah. Cost of living's a little bit higher.
Yeah, a lot of it higher. So. Well, we'll keep an eye on that, and if you ever, like I said, if you ever hear anything or see anything, please let us know because we'd love to talk about it. So
yeah, definitely.
So we got 3 TikToks. We got a lot of videos today. Like I realized after I was like going over the rundown today, like prepping, I was like, shit, I have one article. The rest are TikToks or pictures. So sorry about the audio list. We'll try to provide good commentary so you can laugh. So this first
I got
one,
3 articles.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. No big deal.
No, I was being sarcastic. I did that first. No, I didn't. So this guy, oh Jesus.
Oh man.
You like my titles? Guy takes a shit with food. So I have to title these because on the rundown it doesn't tell me what it is. So
right.
So here's what you don't want to see when
that's why I don't have food delivery.
There you go. You couldn't hear me, but I was gonna say something terrible about that guy. I was like, nope, don't say it. That's gonna be mean. But yeah, super gross. Giant man looked a little sweaty coming out of there holding 2 bags. It's like,
yes,
the common sense. Maybe it was his own. Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was his own. Doubt it. But just I won't even bring my bag in there. Like, I mean, we all know I don't use a bag anymore because, who cares? But when I did have my bag, I would like leave it on the chair outside and then go use the bathroom. I mean, of course I'm going to use the bathroom. I never, me, Gatorade bottles, Thirsty Gooses. I never definitely, if I'm near a bathroom, I'm going to piss. Because why not take advantage? You're inside grabbing the food.
Right.
That's why I don't like even going through the drive-through. Like if I'm doing food delivery and I just go inside. And I always hated it when during COVID or like the tail end of COVID when things were still closed up. I'm like, God, I gotta piss. I mean, of course I can take care of it, but I'd rather go into, like a human being in a toilet.
Sure.
I mean, so Jerry made it. Yay. Look, I think the 7 o'clock time frame is a good time. Lots of people have tuning in. I think 8 was a little late for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's 7 here for me and Jerry. But yeah, it seems like it's working pretty well. So
it's not 7 for you guys. It's 6.
I mean, 6 for us.
Gosh, dang it. I depend on you to know the correct time. And
whenever it's in relation to the podcast, I'm always an hour ahead because that's what we always go by.
I know. Okay.
Instead of having to go back and go, is that your time or my time? We just go on Jason's time.
Yeah, I tell Larry, figure it out. Yeah. This is what time I'm going on. So
yeah. So what we hear in the South call fast time. Y'all are on fast time.
Fast time. if Trump can do anything, get rid of this fucking time.
They filed a bill.
They
they
did
do it all the time, but
every term, every new
please get rid of the change.
Stupid. It's
yes,
so stupid. Okay, rant over it.
Okay,
next one, Larry.
Okay, yeah. So this is delivery driver that we had the big montage last week of the delivery people dealing with dogs. Well, this is something a little different, a different animal that he had to deal with, but still could be a little intimidating.
Yeah, here we go.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Go. No. No. Okay, for our audio listeners, so this is a UPS guy, comes out of his truck. He's parked right in front of the sidewalk leading up to the house. As he's walking up, as he gets near the porch to put down the packages, these wild turkeys walk around the front of his van, of his UPS van. And as he turns around, he starts walking toward get back in his truck. And the closer he gets, they just start coming at him. And you can tell he hesitates. And then he makes himself real big, like he would if a bear is attacking you. I don't know why he's trying to keep these turkeys from going in the yard, but he's like, skew, he's trying to shoo them off. And then they start coming at him again, and he kind of skirts around him and runs into his truck and slams his door.
Well, as a turkey hunter, those toms were horny. Like, if you listen to the video, like they're clucking and gobbling before you can even see them on the video.
Yeah.
Why it's so funny? Like they look like dinosaurs, really.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to, you just grab their neck and just, you know what I mean? If they ever did attack you.
Yeah, they're going to violate him.
Yeah, but I have run from turkeys. I don't know why I did. Dogs.
It's the same thing with duck. There's certain ducks. We have geese. Ones here. Yes, geese. We have a pretty big park called Three Springs Park, and it's overrun with ducks now. It used to just have a reasonable amount, and it's just gotten crazy. They've had to like relocate a bunch of them.
Oh geez.
But yeah, there's some there, and especially it's weird. Some of them have this big like hump on their head. Yeah. And those are usually the ones that they are aggressive.
Yeah.
And they get so used to, because everybody brings bread and stuff up there, and they feed them, and there's, they bring seed, and they just get fed so much. So as soon as anybody comes out there, you want to go out there and go fishing, man, these ducks are on you, like, feed me.
Right. Yeah. Right. So they clearly, and I don't remember this when I, that one little stint that I did with UPS, they clearly train you to get big. Cause remember in that dog video, that guy got big, and that dog like make yourself big, but doesn't work for turkeys.
Apparently not, because they didn't slow down.
No, they didn't.
Turkeys, it doesn't work.
Why are we so afraid of them though? They're like, you could punt. I mean, that was a big bird. He's probably 20 pounds, maybe.
Yeah, he was definitely a good sized turkey, but I mean, it's just not something you interact with. We're used to interacting with dogs and things like that, but turkey, you're like, you're trying to think, can these things, how bad can this thing, hurt me? Right. You don't have any experience with that, where everybody's dealt, with dogs all through their life. So I think that's the kind of just the non-familiarity.
Yeah, it is. Well, they're getting more and more, especially in Grand Rapids. And I don't know about
it. Is crazy. When I was a kid, I mean, it was a big event if somebody saw a turkey.
Right.
I mean, it was like a legend. And now you'll drive by and there'll be 20 of them out in the field.
Like in the city, though, we got a resident one in Granville. Like people try to say, don't hit the turkey on there. Like they're all over the damn place.
Yeah. That happens as we build more and more in houses and subdivisions. We're building into this wildlife territory, and it happens. There was a post in our neighborhood group today on Facebook. This guy had a fenced in yard. He took a picture of coyote standing in his yard at 7:30 this morning, because it's their mating season.
Okay. Well, another problem is, as you said, we're moving into their area, but also a lot of these areas you can't hunt.
Yeah.
You know, and why
For
we
sure.
have a sister city. The city right next to us is Wyoming. There's literally no hunting. Even if you have woods and you own that property, you cannot hunt at all in there. And they got deer everywhere. Like, you're gonna end up having to bring people in. I mean, as much as I don't want to see an animal die, it's part of the thing we got to do. If you can't hunt them, we're gonna hit them. That's
Yes.
the bottom line.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
because deer were the same way. Deer were not nearly as prevalent when I was growing up as they are today.
yeah. Yeah, you drive through Wyoming and there's deer signs everywhere. And it's mostly city, but there's some woods here and there. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at Gabe, our co-host
Oh,
Gabe.
yeah. So update. Well, he'll come on. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he's coming on the 29th. But he got in a car deer accident.
Yeah.
But he messaged me yesterday. They thinking they might total it now.
Oh, I know he was not one
poking around in there and it looked a little worse. So I haven't heard from him. I should have followed up with him, but
yeah.
yeah. And you know, Jamie Lynn, who's actually been on this show, she hit a deer 2 days ago. Well, it hit her.
Yeah.
It looks like just a bumper, but still, you know.
Yeah, it's one of those things we when I'm driving at night, it's always in my mind whenever I'm out.
Always.
And it's crazy. Like me and my sister came back from Frankfurt. We'd gone up there to visit my cousin one time, and just alert the whole time, all the way back from Frankfurt, watching for these deer. And then we get back into town, didn't see any deer. We get in town. I mean, in Bowling Green, and we're going down. It's called Cemetery Road. We're right, subdivisions, houses, stores, gas station, everything, and they got on this deer standing there on the corner. I was like, don't tell me I made it all the way back and this deer is going to run out in front of me right here in Bowling Green. But luckily he stayed put.
My biggest thing is we'd go up to the cabin. I tell everyone, and we'd drive up late. Let's say we left at like 5. It'd be dark. I look for deer. They're sound asleep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, bro. You're not even looking for deer. Like, I'm just like wide-eyed driving like this.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yep.
Need to get one of those big, what they got in those semis, those big pushers on the front that just
scoop it up.
Boom, it's gone. Like, keep on trucking.
Yeah, just disintegrates in front of you.
Okay. This next one is Amazon delivery driver, and he says something that probably shouldn't be said, but what we're probably all thinking. So I'm not going to click that because that's not going to play it, Jason.
Lazy pieces of shit. Can't even go to the fucking grocery store.
So if you heard it, he's on I think he knew there was a camera there.
I think he did not care.
I
think he didn't care a bit there was a camera there.
But he said lazy pieces of shit can't even go to the grocery store. And of course, well, this guy didn't upload it to TikTok, but the homeowner did. But man, the guy's like, you work for Amazon, right? You deliver things. Like,
exactly. That's what your job is, to, deliver things.
I think he just had one of those internal thoughts that we have. I mean, can you imagine if everyone heard everything you thought from the second you woke up, and he just said it, and he's like, he's probably like,
yeah, he's probably just having a bad day. You never know what people are going through. He might just been having a bad day.
I mean, not that it's the worst thing in the world to get fired from Amazon because they're not the greatest company to work for, but like, bro, like, I don't know, have a cup of coffee, smoke a cigarette. Just don't say that on camera. Like,
yeah, because you are gonna get fired.
Yeah, it's just so funny when people are like, and I don't know what it is, Larry, and maybe you've seen it, but there's so many like content creators on TikTok, like they're Amazon drivers and they're always talking and complaining about what they got delivered. I'm like, I skip over those, but like I watched the few couple. I'm like, what is happening in the content world? Are they all trying to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Like, hey, we've been around since 2017, so y'all can shut the fuck up. So don't even say anything about us. But I often wonder too, like, aren't you worried about getting fired? Like, I mean, they're not talking terrible about it, Amazon, but they're like running their mouth a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you wonder, because we see people all the time, like, when we used to have YouTube channels and we took them down because they, Uber's like, we're going to take you down. You can't do that.
Get deactivated.
You're going to be activated. And so yeah, some of these people, I guess, don't have any worries about it. And, who knows how much of it is pretend.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're creating content, so there's always a level of, exaggeration
Sure.
in most of that. The weird part for me is UPS allows them to do that. Like, they're a pretty prestigious company, and
Right.
there must be something in the contract that allows them to do that, because they're not hiding their names, they're not hiding anything. They're in their trucks, they're showing packages, they're doing a whole thing. So there must be something that allows them to do it.
I'm surprised they don't get on, because I know they're very UPS and FedEx. They're like, you got this amount of time to do this and go here and do this and do this.
Yeah.
They don't want you, they don't want you to do anything.
Well, I assume they're doing it on their break.
Yeah.
Which doesn't take long to throw up a video. I mean, I did one
Right.
over the weekend. It took me like less than 2 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really edit it much or anything, but I'm just surprised that they allow them to do that. Like Amazon, they're kind of like independent contractors, the DSPs. So it's like Amazon really can't say a ton, but like UPS, they'd be haul your ass into HR, but who knows? All right, what do we got on time? 38 minutes. Okay, moving on, Larry.
All right, so yeah, this is a roadie.
This is a fucking awesome roadie.
This is better than any roadie I've ever seen before.
Yeah.
So it's 100. It says 125 miles, estimating 3 hours and 46 minutes. So of course, you've got to come back. So
yep,
7.5 hour trip. Doing deliveries. It says 8 deliveries, but down at the bottom they're prescription deliveries.
Yeah.
So, shouldn't be too tough. And it's paying $514, which I figured out that'd be $68.50 an hour. That's including your return trip.
Oh, wow. So a couple things. One,
yes,
it makes me, everyone's going to go get on roadie. Everyone that listens to this, they're going to be like, get back on, but don't be surprised if you don't see this shit. Like I would look at it and look at it. I would never see it. And then what's surprising to me is the tips included. Like who's sending these deliveries? What does it say? Stat MRX Vancouver. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's not the company, but like most of the time when you're doing company stuff, they don't tip.
Yeah, guys. I mean, picking up a prescription. I mean, yeah, it may. Yeah, maybe. The only thing I can think of is there's something in here that's kind of time dependent. It has to get there at a certain time, and so they're going. Yeah, they're adding a big tip on there to get it picked up immediately. Because it starts out in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, goes to Meadville. So yeah, Vancouver. I don't know what a Vancouver.
Well, that might just be the company.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you on roadie?
I've done some roadies in the past, not a lot. I've done some medication.
Yeah, me too.
I've done a couple medication ones. Delivered I delivered a plastic owl one time to a house.
From Lowe's or something.
It was from where was it? Tractor Supply Company.
Oh yeah, so like a department store.
Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I got there. It didn't say, it never doesn't say what the object is. And I go to the guy at the counter to pick it up. And he's like, "Oh, you're picking up the owls." And I'm like, I ain't picking up no owls. I thought he meant real owls. And
yeah,
hold on here.
I mean, I know Tractor Supply sells chickens, but I don't think they sell owls.
Well, you would hope not. You would hope not. But
hey, the economy's rough. If they got to sell owls to make
so yeah, there's 2 of them, 2 of those plastic owls that you put on the corner of your house to keep birds away, supposedly. Right. But
it's got to be a nightmare to work for those stores when they use multiple services to deliver.
Oh yeah.
And why do they do that? Why do they use like Uber, DoorDash, Roadie, Curry?
Yeah, you think they would focus in on one, maybe 2, just as a backup. Have one as a backup, but no more than that.
Well,
by any means.
I would think they would strike a deal with one of them and get a little cheaper rate, but I feel like they have this item and they put it up to all the apps, and whatever's cheapest, they go with that one.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I'm just speculating.
That seems like it would not be worth it, but I don't know.
I definitely need to try to get back into roadie. I've talked about this before. Somehow I got locked out and I haven't never been able to get back in. Even when I reset my password, support's like, it should be fine. And I never do, but
yeah. their support, I don't think is the greatest, but I don't know if I've ever really had to deal with
Well,
it.
UPS owns it now.
Yeah.
Remember
That's right.
that.
Yeah. I forgot about that. That
Yeah.
always slips my mind.
Okay. So I'm not gonna worry about the ad right now. I want to get to this. But so this is a Walmart Spark driver. Now,
Yeah.
I will let you know, I have not previewed this video, but just from the description, I'm excited for it. So this is a driver that had to deliver and had a little potty emergency. Did not have a thirsty goose. I'm not sure that would have worked, but we'll play that. So it's 55 seconds. I don't know if I'll show the whole thing, but here we go.
Yeah. 11.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Hi, I have diarrhea. Please let me use your bathroom, please, please, please. I can't. I'm going to shit myself. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to shit myself.
You are scaring my kids.
I'm sorry.
Please get out
I'm
of my
going
house.
to.
Please get
No,
out.
I'm going to.
Please
Please.
get out of my house.
I'm going. Please.
Please get out of
No,
my house.
I'm going to.
I'm gonna
Please.
please.
I'm begging
Get
you.
out of my house.
I can't stop.
You're scaring my children.
Well, first of all, fuck that. This is why I got to listen to those damn things, because now we're going to get demonetized for this video because that fucking rap song in the back. Wow, that's intense.
Yeah. Dude just came on in. I mean, yeah, you can't be going in somebody's house. I'm sorry. You should have stopped before you ever got there.
Wow. I would rather just the awkwardness. I'd rather shit in my pants.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be honest with you. I'd rather fill my pants with diarrhea than like even ask somebody.
Yeah. And like he asked and they said no, and he just came in anyway.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I got a little uncomfortable for her. I was like, and it's a big boy too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, what did he expect someone to say, especially the aggressiveness?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
maybe he wanted to make it urgent to tell them that he really had to go, but
dude, yeah, stop somewhere else before you get there. If you have to stop and put off the delivery for 5 minutes, stop somewhere. Do not do something like that. And
right.
Bust into somebody's house. Cause I mean, you get shot for stuff like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I happen to be carrying at that moment, if he would have stepped in, I would have been like, not today, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, just think if like, the husband or some guy was back in the other room and here's this guy coming in and she's telling him, no, get out of my house. I mean, boom. That's all it takes.
Even a guy with Crohn's who has shit his pants before, I still would be like, get the fuck out of my house. I'm sorry. Like, I will get you, like, let's figure this out. You like bum rush the house. Like, I know it's an emergency, but I would rather you shit outside. I'll get you a fucking pair of shorts and then you can drive home. Like, oh my God. I was so uncomfortable with that.
Yeah. That would be uncomfortable for anybody, much less, like you said, a good sized guy coming in on a female like that. Not good. Not good at all.
So don't do that, y'all.
Yeah, definitely do not.
This is 7B because I forgot to story 7 and 7B because I forgot to put it in here. So we're not gonna play all of this, but this could go under our segment when Waymos go bad. So this is a driver that or a passenger that the car just started going in circles. Now it's 1:56. We're not gonna watch all of it, but we'll watch a little bit.
Why is this happening to me on a Monday? I'm in a Waymo car.
Connected to rider support. This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
This car is just going in circles.
Mike Johns recorded this video from the backseat of a Waymo driverless rideshare vehicle when he says it began to drive erratically. Johns was in Scottsdale, Arizona, and ordered the self-driving car to take him to the airport. When the video shows, it started driving in circles.
Couldn't happen to me. And it did happen to me. Is this a prank? By the third, fourth loop, we got a problem. So I end up hearing them contact me in the car.
Hi there, Mike. This is Gab. I'm calling from Waymo support. I'm just calling because I received a notification that your car might be experiencing some routing issue. Please bear with me while I am.
I got a flight to catch. Why is this thing going in a circle? I'm getting dizzy. Look at what it's doing.
I understand. I'm really, really sorry, Mike. We're currently working with the situation of the vehicle. Is it circling around a parking lot, right?
It's circling around a parking lot. I got my seatbelt on. I can't get out the car. Has this been hacked? What's going on? I feel like I'm in the movies.
John says a Waymo representative guided him to open up the app, and the support team ultimately fixed the error. Johns was able to catch his flight, which was delayed.
If you have your app pulled up, I need you to tap My Trip in the lower left corner of your app.
Can't you just do it? You should be able to handle it. Take over the car. You don't need my phone.
I don't have an option to control the car.
Oh
Mike,
my
I'm really so
gosh.
sorry about this.
Well, can you
I'm
stop
pulling
this
the
car?
over. I am trying
My
to pull it over
goodness.
right now. Apologies.
A spokesperson for Waymo told CNN that the delay lasted just over 5 minutes, that Johns was not charged for the trip, and what they described as a software glitch has been resolved.
It's the future of where things are going, so I'm definitely a part of that. And I thought, hey, this would be a cool experience, but it wasn't.
Okay, I played the whole thing because it kept getting better. So I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, it's like she can't pull over the car. They can't pull over the car.
That is bad PR.
No, that's not right.
They
That
should
is
be
not
able to
right.
hit, at the
The
gas
kill
station.
switch. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
when
have to have a kill switch or
If you
pull
have
over.
a fire, there's a kill switch at like your gas pump. Like
Yes.
every station has one.
Yes.
They need one of those.
Yeah, and they need one to where for it to stop, for it to pull over safely too, not just stop dead in its tracks.
Right. And why she's like, he's like, I don't blame him. I'd be like,
Yeah.
why do I have to open my phone for you to control it? That doesn't make me feel safe.
Well, no, he was opening the phone so he could do something on his app.
Yeah, she asked him to do something. That's what I'm saying. I should not. That doesn't make me feel safe.
Yeah, they should be able to do that for sure. Back, wherever they're at.
I thought there'd be someone like answering calls, and then she'd turn to the side and have a steering wheel and just be like, "All right, let's drive this fucker over." I mean, that's what I envision in my head, like an operator that's just like it's like a real car.
Yeah, it's really she's in her PJs sitting in her recliner somewhere, with a headset on.
My guess, it sounded like that may have been a subbed out support call.
Yeah.
I mean, she could be here in the States, but yeah. And nothing against her. She's only doing what.
Yeah, she can only do what she can do.
I never get mad at support people because like they only like the base level when you call in, they have a script that they go on and you got to escalate that to get someone to talk normal. So I'm never mad at them, but it is scary that she couldn't say, yep, hold on 1 second. I'm going to get it to the right person. We'll get that car pulled over. Like,
right. Yeah.
Say we can't do it. You got to open your phone, sir. So actually, sir, when you open your phone, there's a little tab. It has a joystick. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your 2 fingers as your pedal and your brake, and then you're going to move it around. You're going to park that. Okay. And then we're going to call you a real Uber with a driver. We're going to get you to the airport.
You're basically playing Mario Kart on your phone at that point,
basically.
With your own car.
Or what would happen if there was a something like that and it popped out the back and they're like, okay, here, like, you know what I mean? Like, here's your joystick, here's your steering wheel, pedals pop out. Thank you for assisting us, sir. Your ride will be free today.
Oh my goodness. Well, at least it was free. At least I gave him the ride for free.
Yeah, it probably was only cost them $3 anyways, but
damn. But we see that. I mean, we see them make those kind of mistakes. You see them going in circles. We saw the ones, trapped, honking at each other in the parking lot where they were parked at night. We've seen the one that went around the traffic circle the wrong way.
The cop was trying to direct.
Yeah, the cop. No, I didn't say that one.
Okay, good. Because sometimes I'm reading and then I was like, then I jump in. I was like, fuck, you just say that?
No, I just said the traffic circle. Well, the one that went around the wrong way on the traffic circle. So
it's weird. It's weird for Waymo to say it was a glitch too. Like, I feel like saying that, just say, we're not sure what happened, but we're gonna look into it. Like, give me the soft, fluffy, I feel good statement, not like it was a glitch.
Yep, it was
Sorry
a glitch.
about that. You gonna glitch when you're going 70 miles per hour down the road?
Yeah,
hopefully not.
Scary.
Larry, speaking of crashes
and glitches, so and for the audio only people, that video was you probably tell from the audio of it. But yeah, a guy was riding in a Waymo, and it was in a parking lot, and it just kept circling the park, just kept going in circles in this parking lot. But anyway, so this story is about.
I think they got that, Larry. Thanks for that recap.
We're
you gotta do that at the beginning. I'm like, I was like, is he having a brain? Like, is he gonna just talk about what is happening? Jeez. All right, go on.
All right. So this story is about a Waymo robo taxi and a Serve Robotics sidewalk delivery robot. We've all seen the little food delivery robots. They collided at a Los Angeles intersection. The video and the story talks about a Servbot, which is crossing the street in West Hollywood at night. It's trying to get on the sidewalk. So it reaches the curb, and then it backed up a little bit and then started moving toward the ramp. And that's when a Waymo car making a right turn hit the robot. Said the Servbot had run a red light before the collision, though you can't really see that in the footage that they took.
Okay.
So when they asked Waymo, exactly what happened, why didn't it see the robot? The spokesman for Waymo said that the Waymo driver system correctly observed that the delivery robot was an inanimate object. So it wasn't expecting it to move. It thought it was an inanimate.
Oh, I mean, fair. It moves really slow.
Yeah.
And it may have been stopped for a minute.
Yeah, that's true. But obviously there's, there are going to be things like that. I'm sure they have it programmed so it sees people, things like that. So even if they're not moving, I think it would recognize a person. But if it sees a square object, that could just be a, part of the curb or something like that.
Yeah, especially like it sits pretty low, and I don't know what they need to do that. I mean, thankfully it's wasn't a person, but
yeah. So it says the robot paused at the curb just before driving into the vehicle turning lane, and right at that same time the Waymo robo taxi entered the intersection. So the Waymo driver at that point applied hard braking before making contact with the robot at 4 miles per hour.
Okay.
Neither AV was damaged, and the two remained locked for a minute before going their separate ways.
Did they exchange insurance?
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Did they call the police?
It says as more autonomous vehicles hit the road, there's a question to be asked about what happens when they collide. How do the companies decide which robot was liable for the damage? Who made the mistake? So
I mean, they all got videos on everything, so they did, just like NFL replay. They just got to slow it down. Okay, well, it was Waymo. You got to pay for it.
Exactly. Throw the red flag, the challenge flag.
Yeah.
In this instance, there was no passenger inside the robo taxi, which is good because I'm sure they'd probably be freaking out. So the Serve spokesman said that this is the first instance of one of its bots colliding with a robo taxi, and confirmed the bot was under remote supervisor control at the time of the incident.
Damn.
So somebody was controlling it.
Okay. Well, and then they'll spin it, be like, well, if we had AI doing it,
some stupid human trying to do it.
We always fuck shit up.
That's what we do.
All right. It's got 5 minutes. It says Amazon driver having a bad day. This is a video. I don't remember what this is.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
And then we will yeah, that's right.
Yep.
A lot of these I realize I don't have the sound on, and like I heard the scraping because with these headphones it's like really in your ear.
It's right in your ear. Yeah, you can hear that scraping going down there so slowly.
The amount of Amazon drivers that I've seen hit shit and just drive off, like I bet you dollars to donuts that guy just backed up off the curb and just kept on going.
Oh yeah, it's like that video we showed that one night, dude backed into their garage and just took off.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Maybe their DSPs like terrify them and say if you get in an accident you're fired, so they're just like, oh, I can't lose my job today. But like just be honest, it happens. Like you wouldn't want somebody to do that to your place and then leave. You know what I mean? Just
Exactly. Yeah. Just grow up, be an adult, face
right.
the consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got some people in here talking about they're late to the show, Yeah. This is the new time, guys. 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central Time.
Do you want to list London time and UTC?
7 and 1 a.m. London time.
Okay. What about for Janet?
No, actually it's midnight. Janet's it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like 1 p.m. tomorrow.
1 p.m. tomorrow.
So
into
weird.
the future.
All right, last thing, like we talked about, free rides for teens who flunked their driving exam.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd feel bad if you flunk your driver's test. I know I would. But so yeah, it says Uber is offering young would-be drivers who flunk their driver's exam free access to their service with some restrictions. Said teens, we've got you covered until you take your next test, Uber said. Giveaway is a way to cheer up discouraged driving test takers and parents too, who will no doubt enjoy the break from having to provide taxi service for the kids. It says the family-friendly feature that authorizes teenagers between 13 and 17 with legal guardian consent to use the app. That's the teen rides that we were talked about. So it says, according to Uber, the promotion is good for 6 rides, each worth a maximum of $20. Offer is available until March 31st. So it's only a couple months they're running this promotion. It's a way for them to lure new riders. If anybody who's already signed up and using the app cannot use this promotion.
Okay.
So yeah, only valid for teen users who have never taken a ride or ordered from Uber and have an existing Uber teen account. So yes.
Is this just one ride?
No, it says 6. You can get up to 6 rides, each worth a maximum of $20.
Okay.
So $120 worth of rides, but it's between now and you got 3 months to actually, between now and the end of March.
Yeah. Uber teaching them young to depend on Uber. Yeah, we've talked about that. All the free things they give to college campuses and
I'm just like the drug dealers, give them that first taste for free and hook them young,
Yeah. I mean, and especially with, I know a lot of kids, and I don't know anyone personally right now, but a lot of them don't want to drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It seems like there's more than there was back in when we grew up.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's just my perception, but yeah, it seemed like when I grew up, pretty much everybody wanted to get their license as soon as they could. But yeah, a lot of days, or a lot of kids nowadays, it seems like they're, I'll get it when I get it.
Yeah,
not a big deal.
No, I wanted mine. I couldn't wait. I think I came to school late because we went to the Secretary of State to get my license, and then I think I drove home that night. You know what I mean? Like I was so ready to get my
license. Yep. Same.
The good old days.
The good old days. Yeah, I went. Of course, we had to get our horseback license when I was doing it. So
right, and then when I got a car, I had to crank it to start.
That's right. You got to crank that bad boy.
As Miguel says, I'm old. I'm ready to sleep. Yeah, I am. For sure. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Sounds like this is a good time for a lot of people, and
which is good because we're not changing it, right?
Not right now. We're gonna give it a try. We can't just change it after the second week. So
let's do a different time every week.
Oh my God.
Throw them off.
That would kill me because even today I was like, oh shit, I got a show in like an hour. Like I was like laying on the couch.
Yeah. I have to make sure coming home today, I stopped to get some gas and I was like, oh, I need to get home because by the time I get off at 4, show starts at 6. By the time I get home, I grab a little something to eat, get the old bonus room up here heated up and ready to go and all that stuff. It's time to look over my articles and get ready to go.
And look over and amaze these people with your knowledge of the gig economy, right?
Is the way we roll.
That's right. All right, guys. Thanks so much. As always, don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
We'll see you on the road.
All right.
Good night, everybody.